Many of you have probably glitched under the map in Just Cause 3 before. Most people would probably just try to get back up. But did you ever explore around and try to find what's hiding down there? You might have seen the occasional swimming tree that loses its leaves when you get closer. You might have even seen how strange lakes look from down there. But have you ever seen one of these? These are what I call void rooms. They are small rooms under the map made of terrain. Some people also call them underground caves, but they don't really connect to the main terrain and can't be entered, so that's not really a cave. Most of the void rooms are probably leftovers from when the game's map was created. Most of them are quite small, however there are a handful of bigger ones. And if you haven't been under the map before, don't worry, stick around to the end where I'll show you how to easily do it. The biggest of them all is the Cube. It's located below Cava Geminus Nord, one of the big mining bases. It's, well, a big cube. This one is almost too perfect to just be a random leftover, and I bet you there was either supposed to be an underground section to this base, or a developer was bored under break, and they created this to mess around here. Either way, I'm happy this was left in the game. Once we actually go inside, we can see just how big it is. It can even comfortably fit an entire cargo plane. If that's not enough for you, the more sophisticated Just Cause player might also try to fill it with enough warships to crash your game. But where this place really shines is multiplayer. This is the perfect place to have derbies, deathmatches, or whatever we did here.
The ground is not the safest place. I don't know if there is a safe place actually, considering that there's so many missiles just going around everywhere. Oh shit! Wait, no, that's not me. That's the
The other major void room is the Forest Cave. This one is located below this train tunnel near Alte Potentia. As the name implies, there is a small forest in here, some rocks and tree branches. You can destroy the trees just like normal, as if this was just a regular place. But the craziest thing in here is the car Shreddinator. This piece of glitchy terrain over here is the single most hilarious thing in the entire game. Drive a vehicle into it from the front, and you might get a strange interaction, but drive into it from any other side, and you are in for an experience and a half, because your car will be utterly obliterated. It can even shred the big dump truck, though it definitely has some difficulty there. But it doesn't just affect cars, it can even shoot Rico like a cannonball. Jump in from the side facing the wall, like this, and you will be randomly accelerated out of its front side. Sometimes you will only fly a little bit, but sometimes it shoots you to the other side of the room. There is one more bigger underground area that's also inaccessible, but it's not really a void room since it is connected to the main terrain. I'm talking about this. You can find this on the Mech DLC island at Eden Station the Spider. This structure usually has a door, but all doors do is stand in my way, so I removed it. Once we cross the dark border, we can find a little cave with trees and snow in it. There isn't any snow on this island normally, so I have no idea how this could have happened. And for the sake of completion, there are also many much smaller and accessible terrain pockets like this. The biggest ones, for example, are under the Scrapyard Scramble Drop zones. For example, there's one right next to the cube, which is a smaller cube. The one in Prosper, the one near Puncta Sud, and the one on Scirocco. Most of the remaining void rooms are much smaller, however, like this one north of the big mountain, This one near the north edge of the map. This one near Falco Maxime. This very small one below the lake with the rubber duck boat. This flat one near the west end of the big wall on the main island. There's one just a little northeast of the one at the wall. Or even this round one under the airport hangar on the Mac DLC island. And finally, one under the lake with the rare boat. You might have noticed that most of these are on the main island. This is very likely because this island was last to be finished. We can see this in the leaked June 2015 beta, where big parts of the terrain here were not completed yet. I'll make a full video on this beta at some point, so stick around if you want to see that. The first two islands were created first, so the developers had more time finding and removing imperfections like this. Now, it is possible the other islands have void rooms. So if you find one, let us know on the Just Cause Discord or Reddit. What doesn't really count as a void room are mission areas that are empty when the mission isn't active. Like the FOW bases, prison area, or Hive. I've actually made a video showcasing these in the past. I also remember people saying there are more void rooms than the ones I showed, but almost nobody ever documents these things, so here I am wondering where they were. If you want to search for more yourself, go ahead. Though it can be a bit annoying, because there are a lot of these dark walls blocking your view until you fly through them. Void rooms can also be hard to see against the terrain in the background, or you might see something that looks like a void room from the distance, but actually isn't one. So, how do we actually get onto the map? By far the easiest way is to do it with a vehicle from one of the trains. Go to any train tracks and wait for a train with a plane at the back to show up. Hop on and derail the train. Just go to the front and shoot a rocket at the train engine. Once it derails, all the vehicles on it are completely fucked. Get into the plane, take off, and simply fly into the ground, and you'll clip right through. And that's it. Have fun exploring. And that's everything I got for you this time. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.